What is going wrong with YouTube? It would not allow me to switch my orientation. Uh, I don't even have that possibility in my settings. That's fucking weird. Really weird. So, YouTube is fuckered up. Uh, Not much, Angie. How are you, hon? Um, it is, YouTube is going crazy. Um, on the computer, I was trying to go live. It's stuck in a circle of death. Um, a lot of links you can't find. Uh, and it says that they started to have an extended global outage. And it's through Google, is what they're saying. It's on the server, a significant server side issue at Google's. If you need to access content, try a direct link or CASHAPP apps on different devices or different desktops. Um, it's all over Reddit. Uh, and then another one says if it isn't working, it's probably your own internet browser app or YouTube servers. Um, but that's what we got going on. Tiki Doll, how you doing? Taco Cat. Well, cool. Well, welcome to the party. Um, I'm glad you found me. I've been trying to, to get out to people. Who knows? Maybe it's a big virus. Maybe it's the start of the revolution. Um, and see, it won't even let me try to stop it on my computer. It's just lost in the fucking loop. And I hate doing it this way because let's have a look here. Now, don't mind, leave a thumb. But on the computer, that right there is what I got trying to go live. So I got on this device, and some of my settings are missing. Like I couldn't change the orientation of the camera. I don't used to. I could change the options. Um, in a pull down menu. Them options are not there right now. YouTube is thrashed. So we're just going to stay here till shit works out. Um, if that's all right with y'all, well, if I can just close that page. We'll close it together. all the way around. And like I said, we're just gonna run, see what we can't keep figuring out, keep refreshing this it's all over Reddit. Now it's not showing anything at all. And like I said, is it the how much of it has to do with the Epstein's files? And down and outage, and it keeps saying the same thing. It's all over a bunch of XDA, 9 to 5 Google, Evoke TV, says endless ad loops, broken video playbacks, YouTube server side, or Google server, I'm sorry. Hang on, I gotta throw this on that. All right, we should be back. So, yeah, there's some of them are saying to reset your phones. I wonder if we asked AI if this is related. No, this ain't just a power cord, I don't think, Tiki Doll. This is, I don't know. Maybe just simply a distraction from the CHO files that have been released. And just another diversion in it. Like I said, I was fixing to fucking. I disappeared. We'll turn it right back on. We'll turn something back on. I don't want one right up opening. Oh. But, let's see. I'll turn these on. Instead of that one right there behind me, maybe that'll even be better. But, let's go riding Burgundy. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Really crazy. I'm the only one that can go live on YouTube. I don't know if I'm the only one that can go live, but I'm the only one y'all can find. So, y'all stuck with me. If I had StreamYards or something, we'd just have a big old panel up here and fucking drag it all up. But now it seems to be working. I'll give me a second. It's back up and running, folks. You're live at 5. All right, I'm getting reports fixed on the browser. I know my laptop is back up and running. Yeah, I can see it. And yeah, it seems that it might be fixed. Yeah, I can see. Hold on, folks. I'll turn it. You got a what's his name t-shirt on Marvel. Did I offend you? Oh, I'm sorry. I can see. Let me get this green screen off. The browser is working. All right, there's my laptop. Willie Nelson's not dead yet. So we'll all take a minute to remember Robert Duvall and One of the greatest actors to ever live.
What the hell did you do?
But
Why can I see your Cash App behind you?
oh, I had that as my green screen. So
Oh, that's crazy.
hey, good idea, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, I like it.
but yeah. So apparently, it's back up and running. They apparently, uh, they apparently successfully uh got the virus and all the new spyware shit uploaded and downloaded and reloaded and bootlegged, so everything's infected now. You thought they was listening to you before? Oh, we're in for a ride now. So, but apparently, yeah, right, Robert Duvall, old Augustus McCrae, any man that wouldn't cheat for a pope don't want one very bad. So let's see if he'll let me change this some bitch now. It sure won't. So, anybody's vote on what it what caused it to go down? Yep.
If you're live, build the conspiracy theory. What just happened?
Well, they yep, I are. So, so again, that was some more people reaching out that I may not be on the wrong track. There's some conversations going on about, you know, why that many people would what would cause all that, and it appeared to be strictly on the laptop. It appeared to be strictly YouTube, but on my phone, I've got a couple of accounts, and even on my phones, my accounts were coming and disappearing and everything from my devices, and it was sometimes random accounts that it wouldn't be all of them all the time. Uh, so, what did they just do? Was this another? Was this, everybody's heard the theories of the uh, multiple universes collapsing into each other, the Mandela effects, and all this? Did we just slip off into another timeline? Did they just plan a super mega virus to cause the whole grid to go down? I mean, they're not going to tell us, because Google is a government agency. We're all fucked in that. Did the fucking reptile aliens just have another secret meeting with the orange guy? Did Epstein just get reincarnated? What's going on? Oh, I wonder. I know what it was. It was a bozo named Bisco. Running one of our vibrator sessions. There we go. No, YouTube won't tell no truths. But neither will Google, neither will the news. I mean, I try to. So I tell the truth as I see it or understand it, and how it is going in my day and my life. So still no. And yeah, even and it's nearly like it done some update right in the middle of this shit without even updating the app. Well, you're ready, you taco cat, meow. But it I don't know what you much appreciated, but cool. Maybe it was just one of them socks that spoke without intention. Who knows? But anyway, that looks like everything's back. But like I said, why? And why in my phone now, check this other device and see if it will give me a the option of changing my camera. It does there now. Huh. It does on this one. So watch YouTube hiding. Watch Google hiding. I'm fixing to just do it up twice. And so we're going to have two going on my other channel, the GFY. But to me, it's crazy that, shit go down that way. It, much appreciated. I still wonder what I done to get appreciated. But I appreciate y'all being here. And like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what angle. Because you don't have. Now, I don't believe somebody tripped over a power cord or nothing like that. And especially with some of the sketch effects. Like I had one live stream that said I was going on the computer and it just showed as an upcoming, nearly like a scheduled event, but on my side it said it was live. And for 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden it just quit. And, just some out of sort stuff. But, they proved that a lot of these Mandela effects, like the fruit balloon cornucopia, was released by the CIA, and they brought in all these corporations and shit like that to, like fruit balloon, to play along with it, to basically to run tests on us, to see how the population as a whole would react. YouTube's one of the biggest. I know the cord trip's a joke. I knew it was a cord. I knew it was. I'm just saying that it wouldn't surprise me if they come out and say something like that, like a breaker trip or some bullshit like that. I'm saying I don't think it was just some happenstance and shit. I mean, the post about it being down, I'm sitting here looking, and it'd been down about 10 minutes, and it was at 7:45, and it pulled up saying that they was having a massive global outage. Well over 300 people reported at 7:45 that YouTube wasn't working globally. And it'd been going on 10 or 15 minutes. And so it probably went on 20, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know exactly. And then, and just like on this phone, the function from the phone to just be able to do it in panoramic instead of fucking portrait wasn't there when I started this live stream. And my technical producers are saying very few can still even go live right now. So, and I got 2 live going. And if you have not subscribed to the backup channel, GFY 421, please do so now. I can go live from it. It just ain't monetized. But what's behind the? I mean, something's going on with this shit. We're down to tech peaking at 300,000 to 800 to a million. Sources cite over 837,000 global, 320 to 354,000 in the U.S. And then why was it just certain people and everybody else was good? And it's a server-side problem affecting Google's infrastructure, likely involving content delivery networks. Database sync issues or cascading network configuration failures rather than the user side. Pingo with the camera. There is something to this. Times Now News is reporting a worldwide outage. Well, I've got 3 devices running right now that seem to be, well, let me just refresh it on the computer. Yeah, I mean, my stuff is refreshing, which I got 3 devices going, so it ain't running at it, I'm on a Wi-Fi extender, so I'm not running, so it's been a little slow to reload, especially after that. Don't seem to be no big deal. But I truly believe that there is something to live of a random YouTube channel being live and fully accessible right now as of 7/18 on the 17th, extending into early February the 18th, are extremely low during this ongoing widespread outage, probably in the single-digit % range. So, what is the largest content company in the world? Fucking Google and the CIA and FBI. Well, through YouTube. But no, so yeah, and you can't tell me that the Mandela effect just simply with the Fruit of the Loom cornucopia, but Google wasn't involved in that. Google and YouTube. The original Egyptian that started, was it Google or YouTube? Was a CIA operative. He was an Egyptian, but he was a CIA operative. Yahoo and shit like that. The government itself was behind pushing shit down. And then, YouTube was its own independent thing. And then all of a sudden gets bought up by Google. And then you have the Finland tragedy that happened when they changed their rules and regulations for going live to 1,000 subscribers. And like I said, it's a big diversion. YouTube at that point, when I first got here, the terms of service were a lot more in line. Good night, Tiki Doll. Thanks for being here. And I'll be here till this problem goes away. Apparently, I'm in a very low percentage of people able to be here right now. So we're going to keep bringing it as long as we can. We appreciate your support and much love. So, well, Pingo, I appreciate you being here. It's working. I've got one up on the other channel now. So I got some viewers in both channels, and I appreciate it. And we want to know what in the fuck Google's doing. And on my GFY421 channel, I've got about 16 hours of the AI Google tripping all over itself, talking out of its ass, and then threatening harm on me. So if I released any of it, so what did I do? I automatically fucking released every bit of it. And that's about all my interactions with the necromancers. But well, I'm a free speech channel, Pingo, and it's basically built on exposing corrupt law enforcement, corrupt government, period. And yeah, as soon as we knew there was a trouble, I started trying to go live because it was pretty instantaneous. My partner there was, I was actually on Facebook fixing to go to bed, and he hit me and he said, "Hey, your shit working?" And oh yeah, the pedos, yeah, fucking wood chipper, ropes, barbed wire, and fucking PVC pipe. I've got all sorts of wonderful fucking ways to abuse them motherfuckers. Um, I do not support any government agency. I do not ask for any. I do not vote for a slave master. A free man does not vote for a master. They all use that one mouthpiece. Whatever comes out of their mouth, they all say some shit that I can align with on all sides of the fucking deal. But I am not a supporter of any government agent or actor. Uh, you know, maybe short of our guys in the military, the young guys that they get right out of high school that they keep indoctrinating. So, and on some things, I agree with what he says. You know, just like the tax loopholes that he runs through. If it's legal, use it. If it's open to everything. Um, I used to be real strong on the wall that you know, this is our country, blah blah blah. Well, anymore, you know, there's some native in me, uh, and I don't see any difference between the government flag over this country than what was over a German country a few years back. Um, so, you know, on his first election, I was all about the wall. And a friend of mine said, "Who are we to build a wall to stop native peoples that have traversed the same trails and all of that since before this country was ever here?" Well, like I said, I don't watch enough of their bullshit anymore. I've heard him. Now, I can tell you things I don't agree with him on. Fuck due process. Let's go take your guns first, and then we'll see if it was legal or not. So, you know, and I know, I say I know, I understand the indoctrinating of the Bible, the Antichrist, false prophet, false teacher, and everything else. Some of the shit Trump's trying to do, not just even in this country, but globally, you know, lines up with some of the shit that's in the Bible. However, my car doesn't stop the right, right. You know, and when was they were there when we was doing the work there, Pingo? You know. Well, let's see the message. Do I believe they should get due process? When they enter this country illegally, I don't believe they're entitled to due process by the book. Um, you know, and if it is due process, the the due process, my understanding is that they go before the court and then they're deported back to their country of origin or the country that they come in from. Uh, I believe I do, but understanding and perceptions. Um, um, now, I believe as human beings, we all have basic rights. Human rights that are inalienable, and um, and it's hard for me to say entered this country illegally when this country is built on the blood and the genocide of the native peoples that were here. No, you're right. I understand the difference between a what is it, the sovereign citizen. And they try to turn sovereign citizen into a dirty word, and it's in the Magna Carta and the fucking Constitution. Um, and But even in persons and stuff like that, you go back and look and it's a human is a monster unable to own land. That's the reason we have to pay taxes on shit. Legal definitions. Yes, we are all sovereign through the Magna Carta and the Constitution, and we're entitled certain diplomatic immunities, unless we cause harm to person or property. So, but even in the Constitution, to me, it's a good outline of or a good base understanding of natural law. You know, of what's right and wrong, good and bad. Um, and well, just like with all this fucking the Epstein shit and the fucking all the fucking transgender bullshit and bathroom, men in bathrooms with little girls and the government going, men can have babies and all this other shit. But bro, we ain't had a Fourth Amendment in fucking since the issuance of a fucking Social Security number. And unless you correct your status in all things, both sides have been attacking the second for a long damn time, and everybody's been attacking the first for a fucking lot longer. From this platform, Facebook, and everything else, But I mean, fuck, people have been attacking their neighbors for since Cain and Abel, really, and fucking, so I got me a junkyard. And right down the road, my closest neighbor's got them a $10 billion mansion. Well, all of a sudden, they want to start telling me what I can do with my 50 million junkyard that to them looks like trash and junk and needs to be just done away with. But it's my livelihood and it's worth 10 times what they got. I voted once, and it was for Trump and for fucking legalized pot. And that was in the first election. But I was also hardcore on the wall, and that was, so. And then, I don't remember if it was in his first term or his second term, when fucking East Coast was passing all them red flag laws. And, I can call up, Pingo got some pew-pews, and he ain't right in the head, go get him. And they'd come get him. Why not this time? Because I realized that basically by voting, especially with what they put out there for us to vote for, supposedly, for one, the right hand and the left hand belong to the same body. They have the same evil agenda, and the party lines are there to cause a fucking more of a division and bickering back and forth. Just like there's some people I love talking about, we got to do something, and we got to do something with the pedos and all that bullshit, the Epstein list and everything else. And they were kind of going after Trump and blah, blah. And from my boy, I'm sitting, he's the one that released them, even though he's in them. No, but Trump told you 30 years ago he was going to be president. Um, they're the same coin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, the right hand or the left hand, but their end fucking agenda is absolutely the same. And then by me casting a vote, I surrender my free will and give it to him to do what is best. And so when I don't win, I'm just bitching that my slave master didn't win. That's all I'm doing. Because in a vote, I willingly lay down my rights as a free living soul on the man, and I become that human being that is gratitude certain privileges, but none of the fucking rights of a free living soul on the land. I'm sorry. I generally, I was going to refer to that. And as long as it wasn't a predatory crime, there's so many felons that are there for this right here, or fucking just being at the wrong place, the wrong time. And then there's some that belong to the goddamn wood chippers. But I'm also kindly of a mind, if a man has done something bad enough that you take basic human rights from him, throw him in a goddamn cage, and treat him like an animal. And like I said, I'm not here to be your judge. You know what your situation was, or is, and but say I don't believe that if we're going to go by all this bullshit, they didn't start taking them rights till I believe up in the 20s and 30s as far as felons and shit like that. The Supreme Court has ruled that not having your Second Amendment rights is a fucking violation of the Constitution. But see, we have the right to bear arms. It don't say nothing about firearms. It don't. But arms is anything necessary to protect us from a tyrannical fucking government. Doing wrong by a social standard or by your spiritual moral fiber, whatever you want to call it, due to lust. My big channel keeps trying to, I think I'm buffering in and out, but if you was wrong, you was wrong. And like I said, there ain't but one or two things I could go that a man ought to be fucking done that way. And if I'm to that point, but somebody that makes, anything to do with self-medication, I think you get my gist. If the only motherfucker you was harming or somebody's feelings, but still don't believe that you got to lose the right to vote. And according to the wording, there is the second is an inalienable right. And that means that they didn't give it to you and they can't take it away from you. We all have a right to protect ourselves. That's the reason we have the right to fucking resist fucking law enforcement, because they're out to harm us. And, but it takes a big motherfucker going. I was wrong when I done it, but it also tells me, that shit takes growth. I've done a lot of wrong in my life, but I've owned them. And even as hard as they was fucking standing on, wrong is wrong. And until a man can admit he's wrong in his actions, he can't be a better man. So just in that right there, self-awareness generally leads to self-improvement. So. But if it's because you're eating tomatoes and they told you couldn't have tomatoes, they was outlawed, but you could have all the fucking bell peppers and cucumbers you wanted, and you just don't like bell peppers and cucumbers. Fuck them. And if the only motherfucker you're hurting is you, I mean, how many times motherfuckers called in welfare checks on somebody that's a little unstable, you know, holding a fucking rusty spoon to their neck, and countless videos. And, you know, some of them were self-deletion by law enforcement intentions. But, you know, cops get mad if you're trying to fucking harm yourself. They want to have that pleasure, you know. And you know, they'll come in with the motherfucker with rusty spoon to his neck and fucking, you know, ventilating and I go, well, he wouldn't put the spoon down. He had it on his neck. You know, we didn't know what he was going to do. So we done it for him. Everything's okay now. So, but now back to the fucking Mandela effect and the fucking shit collapsing on itself and why the issues. Do we know if we're still having outages? But you know, and I, like I said, they use all kinds of different shit to keep us at odds with each other, whether it's Democrat or Republican, whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or the fucking Denver Broncos, whether it's fucking Arkansas or Texas, you know, whether it's the North or the South, black and white, you know, and when we realize that they playing these goddamn games with us and all this shit, just another way to keep a motherfucker at odds, because we ain't all going to agree on everything, you know. And sometimes just due to situations, trauma, life experiences, or fucking programming, we believe it's right and it's okay for the government to come stick their goddamn hand in our fucking pocket for our paycheck before we ever get it. And then they stick their hand in their tin on every fucking thing we do with that paycheck after that. Everything they get their cut. These are LDs. And there's some Marlboros. There's some Mountain Dew. These are cheap $4.20 LDs. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the thumbs over there. But we call them cowboy killers around here. That'd be about the only thing taking me out. Or my stubbornness. But you must be Canadian. If some ever getting that bad around here, they're Marlboro like fucking $10-12 a pack now. I'd quit for 6 months and went through some stressful shit, and instead of making people bleed, I just started being a sucker again. But this is my favorite kind of cigarette. It comes out of this little amber magic bottle. So, but anybody want to quit smoking, trying to quit smoking, try Velo, wild berry nicotine packs. There's no tobacco. When I get back home, I'm finishing up moving, and when I get back home, yeah, I ain't seen cigarettes for $1 a pack in fucking 50 years. Right at 50 years. Well, 47. I just turned 53 or 54. So, but I'd buy cigarettes and snuff in the store. You know, I'd go down there for my mom at fucking 4 or 5 years old. And at that time, a pack of cigarettes was 53 cents, and a can of snuff was 58 or 68 cents. You get a fucking 10-ounce fucking pop for fucking 15 cents, a candy bar for 15 to 35 cents, depending on what you're getting. But, so, but anyway, I wonder what kind of sneaky deaky shit that they just tried to do. They just wiped all the fucking Epstein files off of all the Google servers. Is that what just happened? Along with the Mandela effect that it never happened? Could that be what's going on? Make you wonder. Makes me wonder. Um, Things that make you go, Like I said, those over here on the big channel, y'all can find me on GFY 421. That's my secondary. I wouldn't mind a few thumbs up over there. But hell, we half and half. Got 3 on the small channel and 6 over here. So, but yeah, Google has, now, everybody calls me a conspiracy theorist. And I'm like, really? Well, now we find out the government was the one that killed JFK, and now the only conspiracy theories are why, and there's about 10,000 of them. Um, you know, is there anybody that really doubts that 9/11 was controlled demolition? Buildings don't fall at free fall speed, straight fucking down, especially high rises, without demolition. Did they just erase 9/11? Or maybe they erased Germany losing the war? Have y'all seen any of them shows where, you know, different timelines? What happens when Germany wins the war? Or when the Wolverines don't fucking stand their ground? Y'all remember that movie, The Red Dawn? Or did we all just get a big reset and a little snip of our fucking DNA removed intentionally again? Or maybe some of us, you know, everybody got a heavier dose of sedation through the matrix feed tube, and you know, to try to quell the fucking uh, uprising of Neo. You know, so I don't know, but it feels like it's time for a little smooch and pooch and pull and tug. So, gotta keep that vessel wet, you know. Apparently, I'm gonna be here a while because I don't know how much everybody else is alive. Somebody talking about an interview. What was that? The Colbert? Who was it? Colbert? Colbert. See, I don't watch all this shit, so I'm not up on names. I don't, you know, I can't catch little whispers from my fellow man, and if something's really, you know, if I really want to know past that, I'll go look it up. I don't see it. The Culverson or whatever. Um, Anyway, yeah, I'm not much. These thoughts run through my head all the goddamn time. Sometimes I get caught up in my thoughts and forget to keep speaking. And yes, my head runs fucking 9,000 fucking miles an hour that way. Um, I pay attention to fucking detail, and I read. I'll never say I overthink shit. Sometimes I might think too long, but I wouldn't say I overthink it. It's more of a quiet study, and when I finish that, and I got three other fucking thoughts in my head. Everything from fucking, like I said, the fucking lizards, the fucking pedos, fucking Epstein. You know, what do y'all think about that being Epstein that showed up in Tel Aviv with fucking just long hair and bodyguards? I found that. You know. But then you have, uh, and what is it? Baron Trump's and his excellent underworld adventures. There's only like one book in the series of three that talks about the Trumps being time travelers. Fucking, what was it, 27, 33 years ago on fucking one of the late talk shows, Letterman, Carson, one of them back in there. Uh, that uh, he was talking about the president. I believe it might have been Carter or Reagan, I think. And fucking uh, he's talking about all the shit he's doing now, and that he could do a better job, and that one day he might run for president. And he said it. He said it on Oprah Winfrey and a couple of other places. Uh, and then lo and behold, you know, Nick Tesla. You know, Wi-Fi is his invention. Wi-Fi and wireless and electricity. You know, reading your fucking iPhone takes one picture every 5 seconds. It's mapping your face every second it can. And not just that, your entire surroundings, your whole home, every conversation. If it's taking your picture, it's recording your voices and your conversations. Maybe Google and Apple got a fucking conspiracy deal going. So, or maybe it's just all the elites. Have you seen all these fucking videos? There's a bunch of people that do these side by side comparisons. And there's a painting of some fucking prince or king way back fucking 17 or 1800s. Looks just like Mark Zuckerberg does today. Everybody's seen the one of Travolta and fucking Nicolas Cage, and and then how many of these artists? I mean, we know they get them fucked up on drugs. I mean, all they got like a bunch of the rap artists to come out talking about their clone, and that one supposedly his clone sitting right there with him. What they call that? The sixth day. I believe that's what the name of that one was with Arnold Schwarzenegger. His clone don't know he's a clone and blah blah. And they got tattoos. I think in their fucking lip or something in their eyeball. You know. And the first Red Dawn showed the Cubans and the fucking Russians invading us, and then the second one is fucking Chinese. On paper, we owe the Chinese $100 billion fucking dollars, and you know what covers that debt? Your Social Security number. So. Well, let's see who's live. Well, let's see. Speakeasy's live with 6 watching over there. You got 4 on panel. You had Married with Children Live, 480 watching. Cold Open Store, 215 watching. Bahala, 6,000 watching. TNC, Toxic Girlfriend, Pepper Spray, and A Wizard. Oklahoma Wildfires. Poker. Agenda TV. Good Citizen. Jaguar. Times of India. Yeah. Timecast. Disney Secret. Liberty Warrior. Really? That's all the motherfuckers alive other than me? There's got to be more than that. Go down here to settings a minute. Yeah, I guess I was using the camera on the other one for that over there. But yeah, it ain't showing hardly anybody live. So we'll just stay here. Huh. Is YouTube working? Did any of y'all see that video of Michael Jordan playing with that little boy's ass? Yeah. That's the reason I went live there for a long time. I was the only one that I was one of the very few. Yeah, there's let me see if I can find it. Here we go.
Without further ado, look at this. There's ice in his back. He gets it, messes with him a little bit, but everything will be in the description box. And all I can say is please click on the link and listen to these guys right here.
Jump on in. So, guys, the Daytona 500 took place on Sunday, and
Well, they're scrubbing that video now.
Man, I'm just gonna keep this still picture up of Michael Jordan doing whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's getting mixed reactions, but I don't want to play the full video because I ain't got time for YouTube to be striking my channel. I'm not promoting no freaky deaky baby business. If you want to see it, you need to take your ass on Twitter, X, or any social media. They got the video playing everywhere. But let's get into this article that they wrote about it on allhiphop.com. 50.
So, yeah, there's that. Yeah. Sorry if I wasn't on the. So, yeah, there's that one. And, let me see. Show y'all my empty bags. Find somewhere different. Put this one. Cause it's gonna die if I don't get her plugged in. Maybe we'll just trade views with you. So, back to what did they just plant in the fucking code? Whether it's the gene code, the genome, the matrix code, the Google code, the YouTube code. I just done some shady shit. Some real shady shit. Maybe new term to service bullshit, you know. You're right. Corporate slavery. I just now got a shit ton of your messages over on the other one. Over here on this one on my phone. The last message I seen was you knew you had done wrong. All kinds of people over here. Able to switch accounts. Stole from another. 3 years. That's Roca, California. And you're right. Kings, governors, and all that. I just seen a new video on the contract the first Pope way back when or whatever, made with the King of England, where he put the entire world into a fucking trust and all of the souls on it. And the Pope is standing in, this is the way the Vatican sees it, standing in for Christ until he gets back, because God give this world to Christ. The Father give this realm the Son. But the Bible says you give it to the devil. They actually give it to Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve give it to the devil. And so it don't make no sense. I don't know why this one here is stuck. Now there's all of it. That's weird as fuck. I don't know what the fucking deal is. But I can see you over here on the Pingo. I can see you over on the laptop, and I'll pay a little more attention to that one. I only seem to have one in this one and two in that one. And so no input on. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll talk to the necromancer. Oh well, fuck! I missed that other phone. God damn it! I can't. And if I do, then how do I do that? I don't know if I'm still thinking maybe on my other phone. Oh, shit's fixed. Yeah. So if it's fixed, that means I lost my hostage audience. Well, we figured it out, I guess. Anyway, GFI 421. Go subscribe. If anything, I'll be over there for a little bit. Maybe we'll romance the necromancer. Or should I end it? We're going to try this. Look back here in a minute. Well, I guess I'm back for a minute. So that didn't work so well. All right, then, yeah. I'm going to get out of here. But remember, stay outlaw. And they done something to this shit tonight.